Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered if we're truly alone? For centuries, Mars has captivated our imagination. We see a desolate red world. But what if I told you that this dusty landscape holds a secret? A secret so profound, it could rewrite everything we know about life in the universe. Today, we're not just looking at rocks and craters. We're on the hunt for a forgotten ancient city on Mars. NASA's rovers, like Curiosity and Perseverance, send back thousands of incredible images every single day. They show us majestic Martian sunsets and towering rock formations, but hidden within this mountain of data are anomalies, things that just don't fit, shapes that seem too perfect, too symmetrical to be natural. The official explanation is always the same. It's just a rock, a trick of light and shadow, a phenomenon called pareidolia, where our brains see familiar patterns in random shapes. But are they all just tricks of the light? Or is something else going on? Let's journey back to 1976. NASA's Viking 1 orbiter snapped a photo of a region called Cydonia. In that image was something that shocked the world: the face on Mars. A massive formation that looked undeniably like a human face staring up into the cosmos. Nearby, other structures resembled pyramids. For years, this was the ultimate proof for many that an intelligent civilization once called Mars home. NASA later released higher-resolution images showing it to be a heavily eroded mesa, a natural landform. Case closed, right? Well, not for everyone. Critics argue the newer photos might have been altered, or that the original structure was so ancient it has simply worn away. The Cydonia mystery was the spark that ignited a firestorm of speculation. Now, let's fast forward to the modern era of rovers. Take a look at this image from the Curiosity rover. See this object? It looks almost like a piece of carved stone, maybe a fragment of a statue or a building block. Notice the clean, right angles, the smooth surface. While geologists might explain this as a type of natural cleavage in the rock, the precision is uncanny. We see these kinds of anomalies all the time. Objects that look like spoons, bones, or even machinery parts scattered across the landscape. One by one, they can be dismissed. But when you start to connect the dots, a different picture emerges. It's a picture of a world that might not have always been dead. And it's not just about strange-looking rocks. What about the environment itself? Scientists have confirmed that billions of years ago, Mars had a thick atmosphere, vast oceans, and flowing rivers. The conditions were ripe for life. So where did it all go? The standard theory is that Mars lost its magnetic field and the solar wind stripped away its atmosphere, turning it into the cold desert we see today. But what if that's not the whole story? What if a civilization rose and fell during that ancient, life-giving period? What if their cities are now just buried ruins, eroded by eons of dust storms? Let us consider some of the most compelling pieces of evidence that have surfaced in recent years. This image, for example, appears to show a dome-like structure. It's partially buried, but its smooth, curved shape stands out dramatically against the jagged terrain. Is it a natural formation, like a lava bubble? Or is it the top of a building, an ancient Martian dome peeking through the sand? NASA hasn't commented directly on many of these specific citizen scientist discoveries, often grouping them under the general explanation of geological formations, but the sheer volume of them is staggering. Then there's the mystery of the pyramids. We're not just talking about the ones in Cydonia. Rovers have photographed multiple rock formations that have startlingly pyramid-like shapes. The geometry seems too perfect. Skeptics will point out that wind erosion can create pyramid-shaped mountains, called dreikanter. And they're right, it can. But the question is, can it create so many in such close proximity, all displaying similar geometric properties? It's like finding a dozen perfect cubes sitting next to each other in a desert. At what point does coincidence become a pattern? Let's dive deeper into the conspiracy side of this. Why would NASA hide such a monumental discovery? The implications would be earth-shattering. Every religion, every political system, our entire understanding of our place in the cosmos would be thrown into question. Could our society even handle that kind of truth? Perhaps the hiding isn't malicious. Maybe it's a form of protection, a slow drip of information to prepare us. They tell us about water on Mars, then organic molecules, then the potential for microbial life. Each step is a small one, gently guiding us toward a bigger revelation. Or perhaps they simply do not have the definitive proof yet and are afraid of the ridicule they faced after the face on Mars incident. Announcing an ancient city only to be proven wrong would be a credibility nightmare. But the evidence keeps piling up. Look at these linear patterns on the ground, captured by the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. They look like the remnants of roads or canals, forming a grid. Are they ancient fault lines? Or are we looking at the faint outline of a city grid, an urban plan from a forgotten time? Some researchers have even taken these images and mapped out what they believe are city blocks, plazas, and major thoroughfares. They argue that these aren't random cracks in the ground, but the carefully planned infrastructure of a civilization. So, what do we make of all this? Are we just seeing faces in the clouds, letting our imaginations run wild? Or are we catching fleeting glimpses of a truth that is being deliberately kept from us? The line between science and speculation is blurry when it comes to Mars. NASA is doing incredible, verifiable science. But the questions raised by these anomalies are just as important. They push us to look closer, to question the official narrative, and to dream of what might be possible. Maybe one day, the rovers will stumble upon something undeniable. A tool, a fossil, an inscription on a stone that can't be explained away by wind or shadow. Until then, the search continues, not just by NASA scientists, but by thousands of curious minds all over the world, poring over every new image, looking for that one clue that blows the whole thing wide open. Perhaps the biggest discovery won't come from an official press conference, but from someone just like you, sitting at their computer, who notices something everyone else missed. Mars holds its secrets close, but bit by bit, we are peeling back the layers of dust and time. The forgotten city might not stay forgotten for much longer. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey to the Red Planet. What do you think? Are these real signs of an ancient civilization, or just tricks of the light? Let me know your theories in the comments below. And if you love exploring the biggest mysteries of our universe, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures. See you next time.